Welcome to Spiritual Warfare Anonymous, where real people share real experiences with spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare is very real, and it can affect ordinary people in ways they don't always understand. Our mission is to spread awareness, encourage discernment, and share stories that may help others recognize patterns and regain their power. If you'd like to share your experience battling spiritual warfare, send your story to the email address in the bio. Now let's get into today's story. For most of her life, Naomi believed her mother loved her. Not perfect love, not soft love, but the kind of hard love older generations always justified with phrases like, "I'm only trying to protect you." Growing up, Naomi and her mother were inseparable. As a child, she worshipped her. Her mother knew everything about her life, every crush, every fear, every dream, every paycheck, every opportunity. And at first, Naomi thought that closeness meant safety. But as she got older, especially into her 30s, she started noticing something disturbing. Her mother never celebrated her growth, not truly. Whenever Naomi talked about buying a house, her mother would immediately respond, "You could never afford a mortgage on your own." Whenever she started dating someone new, "Why are you worried about men? Focus on work before you embarrass yourself." Whenever Naomi talked about starting a business, "That's risky. You're not financially stable enough for that." Every dream Naomi had, her mother somehow found a way to poison it. And the strange part? The negativity always seemed to work. Opportunities stalled. Relationships collapsed suddenly. Money disappeared unexpectedly. Naomi began feeling trapped in a life she couldn't seem to grow beyond. Meanwhile, her mother always remained at the center of everything. Whenever Naomi struggled financially, her mother would help her with money while secretly reminding family members how irresponsible Naomi was. Whenever a relationship ended, her mother would comfort her publicly, then gossip about her privately. And over time, Naomi realized something terrifying. Her mother seemed happiest when she was suffering. The more dependent Naomi became, the warmer her mother acted. But the moment Naomi showed independence, the atmosphere shifted instantly. Her mother became cold, irritable, almost hostile. And the older Naomi got, the more intense the outburst became. If Naomi got a promotion, her mother would suddenly explode over something small. If Naomi looked happier than usual, her mother would become emotionally cruel for no reason. It felt unnatural, like her growth threatened something deep inside her mother. Eventually, Naomi stopped believing it was coincidence because she noticed a pattern. Every major setback in her life happened shortly after she shared her plans with her mother. Every single one. And once she realized that, she stopped talking. No more sharing dreams, no more discussing opportunities, no more updates about relationships or finances. At first, it hurt deeply. But strangely, the less access her mother had to her life, the smoother things started going. Naomi became calmer, more focused, more successful. And her mother noticed immediately. "You never tell me anything anymore," she snapped during one phone call. Naomi brushed it off. But deep down, her intuition was screaming. That's when she decided to visit a psychic. At first, she felt ridiculous doing it, but something in her spirit needed answers. The psychic listened quietly while Naomi explained her relationship with her mother. Then the woman became silent, very silent. Finally, she said, "Your mother is deeply intuitive, but her intentions toward you are not pure." Naomi's stomach dropped. The psychic explained that some people unconsciously feed off the emotional, creative, and spiritual energy of those closest to them, especially within damaged family bloodlines. "She keeps you dependent because dependency gives her power," the psychic said carefully. Then she added something that haunted Naomi. "The more access she has to your life, the more stagnant your life becomes." Naomi felt chills run down her arms because she already knew it was true. The psychic warned her, "Your mother's words carry weight. Be careful what you allow her to speak over your future." After that reading, Naomi decided to test it. A few weeks later, she adopted a small golden puppy. For the first time in years, she felt genuinely happy. The puppy brought warmth into her apartment, joy, companionship, Naomi smiled more, laughed more, and one evening she made the mistake of telling her mother. The reaction was immediate, violent. "Why would you buy a dog?" her mother snapped. "You can barely handle your own bills." Then she spiraled. "Pets are expensive. You're irresponsible. You're going to regret this. That dog is going to become a burden." Not once did she acknowledge Naomi's happiness. Not once. The conversation left Naomi feeling physically drained, and less than a week later, the puppy became severely ill unexpectedly. Naomi rushed it to the emergency vet in tears, but despite everything, the puppy didn't make it. Naomi was shattered, but beneath the grief was something darker, a knowing, because deep down, she remembered every hateful word her mother spoke after hearing about the dog, and suddenly the psychic's warning echoed in her mind louder than ever before. The more access she has, the more damage follows. Naomi returned to the psychic devastated, and after listening carefully, the woman looked at her sadly and said, "You already know the truth." That was the moment Naomi finally accepted it. Not every parent wants to see their child surpass them. Some unresolved pain becomes envy. Some envy becomes control. And some control becomes spiritual destruction passed down through generations. Naomi stopped contacting her mother completely after that. No holidays, no updates, no emotional access. Cold turkey. And although it broke her heart, her life slowly began changing. She started praying daily, speaking positive affirmations over herself, cleansing her home spiritually and emotionally. Most importantly, she stopped allowing negativity to define her future. Little by little, she regained confidence. Her finances improved, her anxiety faded, creative opportunities started flowing naturally again. Months later, Naomi bought another puppy, and this time, she told nobody, not even family. The puppy thrived, healthy, happy, full of life. And for the first time in years, so was Naomi. Because sometimes the hardest spiritual warfare isn't against strangers. Sometimes it's realizing the person blocking your growth is the person who gave you life. And sometimes healing begins the moment you stop giving certain people access to your spirit. Thank you for spending this time with us here at Spiritual Warfare Anonymous. If this story resonated with you, helped you see patterns more clearly, or reminded you that you're not alone in your experiences, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a story. Remember, discernment is power, awareness is protection, and sometimes understanding what you're facing is the first step toward reclaiming your peace. If you have a spiritual warfare experience you'd like to share anonymously, send it to the email address in the bio. Your story could help someone else more than you know. Before we end this video, let's say a prayer of protection over everyone watching. May every spirit of fear, confusion, envy, negativity, and hidden darkness sent against your life be broken and removed. May your mind be protected, your home be covered, and your spirit be strengthened with peace, discernment, and clarity. May every evil intention directed toward you return powerless, and may no weapon formed against you prosper. Let your path be guided by light, wisdom, healing, and divine protection over you and your bloodline. And wherever you go, may peace walk with you and protection surround you always. Amen. Until next time.